D3 +1 battle report, a rematch of sorts, my new Tau army against the brand new Eldar Codex. We're keeping that in. My army is being led by a commander who has all the upgrades under the sun, so I'm going to have to read them out. I gave him a fusion blaster, I gave him a cyclic ion blaster because I've never tried that before. He has a drone controller, shield generator, neuroweb system jammer, multi-spectrum suite, and the Crisis Iridium battlesuit to improve his save and toughness. I also have a Cadre Fireblade with no upgrades whatsoever. My troops, I have 3 squads of 8 fire warriors, and they have bonding knives and nothing else. 2 squads of 5 pathfinders, there's 1 ion rifle in each. I have a sniper controller and 6 sniper drones. I have a squad of 10 gun drones, they're going to be accompanying the commander obviously. I have 2 missile spam broadsides. They're pretty much identical apart from one little change, so they both have twin linked high yield, twin linked smart, they both have a seeker missile each, and I gave one of them advanced targeting system purely because I had a few points kicking around at the end, and they have 2 missile drones each. And then I have my usual 2 Riptides here. So he has got an ion accelerator, smart missile pod, and stimulant injector, so he's feel no pain. Heavy burst cannon, twin linked fusion blaster, and stimulant injector for feel no pain. I have also rolled for my warlord trait already, and once per game my warlord and his unit have skyfire.
Okay, and here we have 1500 points of the new Eldar. So this is the first match with them, getting to grips. We have a Farseer, no Eldar this time, just a regular Farseer who has the Shard of Inaris and a Phoenix Gem. Off the top of my head, I can't remember specifically what those do, other than the sword being a little bit nasty in combat, and the Phoenix Gem gives him a chance of coming back to life after he dies. I rolled for his psychic powers. He has Guide, Fortune and Mind War, so I got 2 out of the 3 that I'm used to, so that's fine. We have 10 Dire Avengers, one of them is an Exarch. He has the Battle Fortune power, which I haven't written down on my handwritten army list, but he has it, which gives him a 4+ invulnerable. They're coming in on the Wave Serpent, that has twin linked scatter lasers, that's Bright Lance is on there at the moment, and Hollow Fields. We have 10 Guardians, who have a Bright Lance. They've also got a Warlock with them. I rolled for his power, and he got the Conceal Reveal power, which is just the Primaris because I didn't like the one I rolled for. We have 6 jet bikes, 1 big blob squad. It's been a while since I've tried that. There are 2 shuriken cannons in there, and we have a fire prison, just as it comes. There are 3 Warwalkers. They've got 2 scatter lasers each. There's no better build for them.
Liar.
And to round things off, we have a Crimson Hunter, as it comes, and a Wraith Knight with Sun Cannon and his Scatter Shield, Sun Shield, Shield. He's big.
Shield of shielding shields.
His Blinding Shield. He's big. Yes, he's that big.
We have deployed, and it's the Scouring mission. I can't remember the name of this deployment type. Hammer and Anvil?
Hammer and Anvil.
That's what I said. So we've got the 6 objectives of random point value out of the ones in the rulebook. So we are going to find out what they're worth now. Shall I do mine first, or...?
Yeah, you've
deployed yours outside of your deployment in the middle of the map to have a very aggressive strategy. So this one I'm holding with my Pathfinders because faster scoring is 3 points, that's not bad. The one here with the Cadre and his Fire Warriors is... oh, another 3, that's very good. And the final one I'm holding in my deployment is the 11?
2.
That's a 2?
You're holding it the wrong way. It's a 2.
How on earth is that a 2?
Yeah, I see that.
Alright, that's a 2.
That's a 2. Hold it the right way.
Which means I've got the
In
4
my
and the
English
1
class,
in my
that is
side.
called Z.
So
we've got 4, 1 and a 2.
this one, represented by the Orc Axe, is a 2.
Because we ran out of Necron objectives again.
This one here is the 4.
Oh, the 4 is the closest one to you. Interesting.
And
that's
the 1.
Okay then.
So just as well that I'm playing aggressively.
Yeah, night fighting is not on, we've rolled for that already, and now if you want to steal the initiative, you can go ahead and do that.
I will... yeah, I think I will. So I'll do it in this tray here. I don't.
Okay, and we're also, it's mysterious objectives in the Scouring, so although we're supposed to technically not do it right now, we're just going to roll for the ones that I'm holding anyway. So this one is a 2.
Nothing.
That's a that's nothing of note.
note. And I've
The one
lost
with
the page
the
reference.
oh, it's 1
1,
2
2,
5.
5.
Cadre is a cop die rather. 4.
Is a 4, that's target and relay.
That's
so
the Skyfire
rerolls
one.
the hit
No.
of 1 of when shooting.
Okay, and finally this one over here. That's a 1.
It's sabotage.
Sabotage. Oh, good. You got to put up with that the last time, so now it's my turn. Okay, it's the end of the first Tau turn. Let's see if I can remember everything for once. This Pathfinder squad marked up the walkers, which are now just a smoking crater, you'll notice. Thanks to them marking it up, thanks to the broadside not firing their smart missiles because they're out of range, but everything else, the drones as well, all firing, they managed to get 3 explosion results, which is ridiculously good luck. And the explosions took out 3 guardians, but their morale held. We were just working out. Spending 5 minutes working out whether they'd lost 25% or not.
We're clever.
I didn't do much with my commander in the actual phase, but he did his thrust move onto there, and I forgot to take their difficult tests, so we'll do that in a second.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, you can look at 11 dice from me actually while I'm recapping the rest of the stuff. This Fire Warrior squad moved away from the exploding objective. Oh, they're not my red ones. I had forgot mine for once. They moved away, but it didn't explode in the end anyway. These Pathfinders marked up, well, 1 whole marker light on the Wraith Knight. This Riptide fired at the Wraith Knight, did nothing, and then thrust moved backwards. This, did I say Wraith Knight?
Yes.
You said Wraith Knight. You've got Wraith Knight on the brain.
I do, I want to kill it. Okay, this Riptide, who was standing here, helped finish off the walkers actually. It was him that I think also helped. He then jumped behind the Fire Warrior squad that had moved forward slightly. I think that's it, other than my dangerous terrains. So have you got 12?
He took a
Oh,
wound.
that's right, I activated his Nova engine and he took a wound on himself. He activated it successfully and I gave him the 3+ inbound. So the black dice is the commander.
Yes.
Two.
2 failed, 2 saves.
I can't remember if they have 4 plus or 5s. 2 6s, they are fine. Okay, so they're absolutely fine up there in the bunker.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 1.
New Eldar.
New Eldar turn 1.
Space Marines.
The fire prism moved up here, the jet bikes moved up here too. It pretty much everything just sort of advanced up this direction.
To avoid my riptides.
Psychic powers wise, we have Conceal on the squad of Guardians, the Warlock there. Fortune and Guide on the Wave Serpent here. The Fire Prism tried to do its beam against the commander there, the new Bright Lance type shot at him.
Trust you to do it in the opposite order.
After
Yes.
pretty much everything shot at the drones. Everything that could shot at them. I lowered the shields on the Wave Serpent to use its D6+1 Serpent Shield shooting attack. Pretty much everything unloaded. I tried the new run shoot move with the Guardians. The shuriken cannons in here. I got a few Wrens from those as well. I got
3.
Oh, I saved them actually.
You saved all the Wrens, but the normal wounds. Let me tell you, the BS 4 is nice. But all in all, we took out one
you
fast.
Took out the full squad of drones,
and
which is fast.
2 wounds.
They're worth a point in this mission.
2 wounds off the commander as well.
2 wounds on my commander.
Roll for Mysterious.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. That's a good point.
I don't know where the rope is. I'll get it.
It's under there, so I will roll.
1, 2, 5.
And it's a 2. It's nothing of note.
Nothing.
My long quest is over.
So, stay tuned
my
for.
commander's morale held.
Yes.
And you did dangerous trains on the 2 bikes on there.
I did. Yes, they were fine.
Yeah. End of the second turn. Not a great turn for me actually. I did remember my Riptide's Nova engines, and I gave them both the 3+ invuln just to give them a bit more survivability. I forgot to mention in the recap of my first turn that the snipers spent their time firing at the Wraith Knight. They did again this time, and once again did nothing of note. My broadsides used up their final Seeker missile and everything else to fire at the Wave Serpent. It is now immobilised and it had a glance go through, so it's down to 1 point.
There's 1 whole point left.
And they weren't rolled back to glances because he used the shield to attack me in his turn. This Riptide that was standing there fired his heavy burst cannon at the bikes and did nothing, and then he leapt forwards. My commander fusion blasted the Wave Serpent and tried that cyclic, whatever it was called. Did nothing, and then he got a very good thrust move and hid all the way back there. They did nothing. They did nothing. Those Pathfinders marked up the Wraith Knight with 2 marker lights. This Riptide fired at him and because of the AP2 on his ion accelerator, actually did a wound. And he had to use his invulnerable, which meant he had to do a blind test on everything within 6 inches. The Guardians passed.
Guardians passed it.
So that was it. It was not an effective turn for me, really.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 2. Rolled for reserves and Crimson Hunter came in. Shooting up the board here. More or less everything kind of drifted over in this general direction. The Fire Prism moved up a bit, shot its large blast over. I think it was originally at the
Broadside.
It was at the broadsides, but it scattered off wildly.
No, hit the Riptide.
Yeah,
That's right. Scattered off and clipped the Riptide. The Wraith Knight shot his Sun Cannon at the sniper drones up here. I think I got one on that floor, and then 2 of them scattered off wildly and hit broadsides over there. The bikes moved up right in front of this Riptide, unleashed everything into them. I didn't even score a wound and all of that, but
no, my saves
got through it all. I dropped my shield and shot more into the drones as well. That's quite an interesting thing. It's that sort of double-edged sword where you've now removed one of the best things about it. But there's no troops inside. It's fine. The Die Avengers came out and did a little run move just to separate themselves a bit. The Guardians moved over there. They have the conceal power. I did actually fail my psychic test with my Farseer. Failed it. I used the last charge to negate it using his Ghost Helm. So the only real thing that really happened, I suppose, I shot everything from the Crimson Hunter into the commander and took him out. Also, the sniper drones failed morale, as did the broadsides. And the broadsides rolled pretty badly for their distance too, didn't
I rolled
they?
2 6s to fail morale and then a 6 and a 5 for their run.
So they went quite far back.
Yep.
That's the end of Eldar turn 2.
This is the end of the third Tau turn, and it was a mixed bag for me, to say the least. I'll start here. The broadsides regrouped, which was nice. They moved their 3 inches and they fired snapshots. Since they're firing snapshots, we did it that I could fire at the flyer, because we weren't quite sure row-wise how high up in the air to decide the flyer was. And on the previous turn, we said that he was very high up because he could see the commander, because he's a flyer, so...
He's flying. He's zooming.
Yeah.
He wasn't in hover mode or anything.
So to be fair, we agreed between ourselves, since he was considered to be really high to see my commander, they could snap fire up at him. The fire's not there, sadly, to compare, because it's...
Feel free to comment below to point us exactly where...
How do you generally consider the height of where a flyer is? Because, the flyer he was using is lower than the Wraith Knight.
Yeah, well, if you want for a comparison...
So we weren't 100% sure about
the flyer is actually lower on his base than the Wraith Knight is, so...
And it is considered to be flying, so I don't understand. This is why we should never have started using flyers. Anyway, so they did 2 hull points to the flyer. Elsewhere, the snipers still kept running, so they'd moved down a few more and they ran a bit back there. These Pathfinders, I tried to use the iron rifles, overcharged, he got hot and he killed himself. That's not the worst of it. I tried to activate both Nova engines on my Riptides, they both failed, and then they both failed their Feel No Pain. So they both did a wound to themselves.
You've lost 3 wounds to Nova
The
charges.
only wounds my Riptides have taken are ones I have dealt to myself. I can't remember who the Pathfinders were firing at when I was...
The bikes.
Oh, it was the bikes,
Yes.
that's right.
They did quite well against the bikes.
They did very well firing carbines rather than their Markalites at the bikes. This Riptide was the one that finished off the flyer, firing snapshots, got very lucky with his smart missiles and took out the last hull point, and it
came sort of crashing down here.
Crashing there.
It clipped both the Wave Serpent and the Wraith Knight. It took a wound off the Wraith Knight, actually.
So we don't need to worry about our biggest thing, because we'll just handle them ourselves.
The flyer just comes crashing down and slams into the back of him.
Well, it was a flyer and it hit it.
Yeah,
He
got hit by a flyer. Well, they probably hit him in the face because of how high it was.
So the last thing, the Cadre and his unit fired forward at the bikes and killed a few more. Their morale held, so it's just those 2 at the back there that are sitting there pretty. And that was my turn.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 3. Unfortunately, for time constraints, this will be the last turn.
Yes,
turn
I've
3.
been called away and my lift is arriving
A
lot earlier than I thought.
A bit of a pain, but we had a lot of fun. We learnt a lot of stuff. So
This is a close one.
the Fire Prism moved up here, shot its large blast into the broadsides, whatever they're called. Yes.
Yep.
I think it scattered or
One scattered and missed, one
No,
But
that
the fire
you're forgetting the
prison
fire
missed,
prison missed, I think, but
And then your knight
the
fired.
Wraith Knight moved up here and shot into the same squad.
He dealt
and
wounds,
he dealt.
killed two or one of the two drones and put one wound on there. I didn't
But that,
actually do
I
their
was going to say
morale,
that'd be
so
morale
that's
as well, wouldn't it?
5, 6,
Eight.
7, 8, they're fine? Question mark?
Well, while he figures that out, we'll go over the rest. The bikes did originally make a move, then we
Yes, they're fine.
forgot that they were actually pinned. So I found snapshots at the Pathfinders at the bottom there, didn't get anything at all. I did a run move over here with the Dire Avengers, so they're now holding that objective. That's the one that does nothing. Guardians moved around here. They used this new
that I totally forgot they had, and it was to my detriment.
ability to move, run, and then still shoot. So they came around the corner and just unleashed into the. Can't remember were they not Pathfinders, they're Fire Warriors.
And obviously, anyone watching would know I had put them there with the mind in my next turn. I moved them
To come
around.
round, yeah.
I'd get first shot, but I forgot they could run and fire.
And the Grav Wave was the mysterious terrain for that one.
Morale
objective
held.
there. And they
I
held their
held
morale,
the morale,
with
yeah.
the 3 guys remaining.
Not that it mattered because we had to stop.
So we had
Annoyingly.
to stop on turn 3.
I'm curious what people think where this would have went had it gone to at least turn 5. That's 2 more turns, and it could have gone 7 turns. I think
Interesting.
I would have killed my own Riptides for sure.
The way things were going.
So I would say they will be holding that because they won't do much. They're probably going to hold that unless they move away.
4 points. It's probably worth holding around for.
That'll be uncontrolled because they're going to die.
Most likely.
He's probably going to still be alive, maybe.
That one has more chance of dying than that one.
Yeah, but he's funny.
He's fine.
You'll lose that. There's too much sitting here.
Probably.
They're eventually regroup, but they're not going to do
I
anything
would
anymore.
lose it, but he has nothing to hold it.
Yeah.
No.
They're going to die, and they'll survive.
And they would probably have moved
Possibly
back there
move back
at the
as
end
well.
of the game.
Yeah.
So that's what do the points?
So 4,
stand
5,
now?
6,
Points out,
7, 8.
You got first blood for taking
9.
out the walkers. I've got Slay the Warlord.
Yep.
Neither of us at the moment have
Linebreaker.
but I probably would
You would have
have
had it.
would have
right
had
now
it.
you
But yeah,
don't.
no.
And right now you're holding up.
I'm holding a 4 and a 1.
So you're on 6, and I'm on 4. I'm just on 4.
No, he's on 7.
No.
Fast attack, didn't he?
that's right, yeah, I
So
forgot
we
about
killed a
that.
fast attack each, so that negates each other out.
Yeah. And I forgot I technically currently hold that because they're faster. So that was another 3. That's 3, 6. Killed a fast. 7,
8 for
8
first
for
blood
First blood.
against 4, 5, 6 for Slay the Warlord,
And
7
7
for the
for
fast
killing a
attack.
fast attack.
So
So
technically, at turn 3, you were winning by 1 point.
But it would
So
have
that a lot of things would have changed after that for Riptides moving about and Wraith Knights moving about and all sorts of shenanigans.
Rematch.
Yes, that will have to happen again at a full length match next
And in the
time.
meantime, people can post comment. Who do you think was going to win this?
Quick MVP.
Quick MVP. Do you know what?
That Pathfinder squad for me.
I seriously think that the Guardians have been the MVP for this one.
I do agree with that because they got 3 wounds on the bikes.
Those
with their
Guardians over
standard
there, they
attacks.
put a couple of shots into your commander's squad. They've gone around there and trashed in most of a Fire Warrior squad. I reckon that they're
A lot better.
They are a lot better. They're cheaper than Dire Avengers too.
Both
Yep.
real and on the board.
Yeah, both real and on the board.
And again, as normal, Dive Avengers never make it up the board because Wave Serpent always gets taken out.
Yeah, you need to have 2
You should
Wave
have kept on
Serpents.
dropping the shield.
I know. I just wanted to see what the new
Yeah.
new ability does.
I do think the best thing of the game was exploding 3 walkers in
3
one turn.
walkers in 1 turn was a pretty good goal.
They were actual explosions, not
And
wrecks.
that's even with the new 5+ invulnerable
Yeah.
as well.
If they didn't have that.
But I was a lot more aggressive with them because of it. So, leave your comments below, let us know what you think. Who do you think was going to win this? And thanks for watching.